Welcome to all. Today I will discuss about the one most useful cell organelle which is providing food for most of the living organisms on the earth is chloroplast. The chloroplast is present in all the green plants, particularly in the leaves. If you take one plant, this is Pongamia pinnata. The plant is called Pongamia pinnata. If you collect one leaf, it is green in color. Why it is green in color? Because of chlorophyll pigment is present in the leaf. These chlorophylls are present in a cell organelle is chloroplast. So chloroplasts are located in the mesophyll tissue of leaf. What is mesophyll? The mesophyll tissue is present in leaf, particularly between the two epidermals of leaf. So if you take transverse section of leaf, we can understand exactly the mesophyll, and in the mesophyll where chloroplast is present and in the chloroplast where chlorophylls are present, that all information we will discuss today, which consists of mainly three parts. Where leaf is attached to the stem is called a leaf base, and a small stalk is present is called petiole, and the expanded portion of the leaf is called lamina or leaf blade. If we follow the TS of lamina, transverse section of lamina, we will find these structures under the microscope. TS of leaf consists of peripherally two epidermals, upper epidermis also called addoxial epidermis, lower epidermis also called abaxial epidermis. Two epidermis are covered by cuticle, which is impervious layer, and two epidermals enclosed by a tissue called mesophyll tissue. A tissue which is enclosed between two epidermals of leaf is called mesophyll tissue. Such a mesophyll tissue occur in two types based on the type of cells and arrangement of cells. If the cells are cylindrical and arranged in regular rows, called polysaccharide mesophyll or polysaccharide parenchyma. Another type, cells either cylindrical or oval or even round, but cells arranged irregularly. Such a tissue is called spongy mesophyll or spongy parenchyma. It can be recognized by the presence of air cavities in them. If you go somewhat closely to these tissues, mesophyll tissue, we find small black colored dots in the cells. They are called chloroplast. In each cell, 40 to 100 chloroplasts are present. In each cell of mesophyll consists of 40 to 100 number of chloroplasts are present. Such a chloroplast, if we zoom still or taking exclusively cross section, then you find the structure of chloroplast is this. The chloroplasts occur in different shapes. Now you are looking at discoid shape present generally in all higher plants. In case of Chlamydomonas, chloroplasts are in cup shape. In Spirogyra, chloroplasts are in spiral in shape. In girdle shape is found in Elothrix. Girdle shape is found in Elothrix. Like different shapes of chloroplasts are possible. Now we are looking at a discoid shape of chloroplast present in all higher plants. These chloroplasts are surrounded by two membranes. So chloroplast is called double membrane bounded cell organelle. Chloroplasts are called double membrane bounded cell organelle. Peripherally located membrane is called outer membrane. peripherally located membrane is called outer membrane. The second membrane is lying just below the outer membrane is called inner membrane. So finally, chloroplasts are surrounded by the two membranes. One is outer membrane located peripherally and inner membrane located just below the outer membrane. The entire chloroplast is filled by colorless area is called stroma. Colorless area present inside the chloroplast is called stroma. In the stroma, the third membrane is distributed, is called thylakoid. Thylakoids are distributed in the stroma of chloroplast. In certain areas, the thylakoids are piled up one on another. In certain areas, the thylakoids are piled up one on another called stalks. The stalks of thylakoids called as granum. It is given granum. Stalks of thylakoids called granum. Granum are connected by stroma lamella. Granum is connected by stroma lamella. That we find in another structure. Let you observe here. So outer membrane, second inner membrane. Now, thylakoids are distributed in the stroma. In certain areas, the thylakoids are piled up one on another, are called stalks. The stalks of thylakoids called granum. Stalks of thylakoids called granum. Granum are connected by the stroma thylakoid. Granum are connected by stroma thylakoid or stroma lamellae. Stroma thylakoid or stroma lamellae. Grana is, in the sense granum is oppressed regions and stroma lamella is non-oppressed regions. In the granum, light reactions occurs. In the stroma, dark reaction will occur. So there are two steps are present in photosynthesis. Light reactions is the first step occur in the granum. So site for the light reaction is granum. And dark reaction is the second step of photosynthesis occurs in stroma. Stroma is the site for dark reactions. At the end of light reaction, ATP, NADPH and oxygen are formed. At the end of dark reaction, glucose, that means starch, water and oxygen are formed at the end of photosynthesis. If you see, particularly in the granum, there is a light reactions are taking place. Then how and who are involved in the conduction of light reactions? For that, we need to go for special information. In the granum, chlorophyll and other accessory pigment molecules, are located and forming reaction center called PS1 and PS2. Now, if we observe, the chlorophyll molecules are finding here, which consist of head and tail. So the chlorophyll molecules consist of head and tail. Tail is embedded in the granum or even thylakoid. Head is exposed to the light, which are ready to receive the sunlight. So chlorophyll molecules are acting like an antenna. So chlorophyll and other accessory pigment molecules are organized to form a reaction center called PS1 and PS2. How these are arranged? Let's see. So light harvesting pigment, which act like an antenna because of they receive sunlight and finally given to the reaction center. Such light energy is converted into ATP and NADPH. If we observe this LHC, light harvesting complex, or which act like an antenna, so in this we find 200 to 400 chlorophyll molecules are associated. So LHC consists of 200 to 400 chlorophyll pigments. These pigments are involved in trapping of solar energy, that is between 400 to 700. In the structure of chloroplast, in the stroma, we are also finding DNA, types of RNA and ribosomes, which are required for protein synthesis. So there is a double-stranded self-replicated DNA is also present in the stroma of chloroplast, and mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, these are the types of RNAs are also present in the stroma of chloroplast. There is a 70S type of ribosomes are also present in it, which are similar to the prokaryotic ribosomes that are involved in protein synthesis. So chloroplasts are mainly useful for starch synthesis, that means photosynthesis, protein synthesis, lipid synthesis, and even fatty acid synthesis. Like these, all the functions can be performed by the chloroplast.